What's up, guys? It is Jay, and we are back again with another unboxing. Today we have the newest Spirit Halloween exclusive that was just dropped online only about a few weeks ago. It's the Universal Monsters Frankenstein's Monster. So this guy stands at approximately 6'6", and he leans out towards you. We understand that he makes growls and groans as he reaches out to you, and the phrases he has, I believe, are "he's alive," and it just keeps going. I don't believe he has any more phrases on his mechanism. And so it's cool to see the licensing that we're seeing from the Universal, from the Home Depot one that we just saw last year, and now we have this one. I know he's online only right now. I don't know if he'll be in stores for the upcoming 2025 season. And it's great to see another like Boris Karloff, Frankenstein Monster. He's one of the most iconic like monsters and horror figures. He was made way before I was even born, probably almost like 50 to 100 years ago is how far the story goes back. And I believe this Frankenstein is very similar to the guard zombie that came out from Lowe's, not last year, but the previous year. It looks like the same mechanism of going forward and backwards. That one looked really good for Lowe's, for like a zombie. So I'm very excited to see, with the great detail it looks like and how realistic this Frankenstein is, to see if it does hit what we believe Frankenstein should be. Like, the Home Depot one was good, but in my eyes it looked a bit like cartoony in a way. But I'm going to put it together, go through all of the animations that he does, and give my honest opinion. So let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy. And as you guys can see, the packaging engineers for Spirit Halloween, they are master crafts at this, because they use every square foot of this box, because there's not much room that's not being unused, because that was like stuck in there. So I'm going to take it all out, put it together piece by piece, and help you guys out with the demonstration and putting it together. And then we're going to run through the animatronic part, and then I'll give you a full detail, head to toe, on what I believe, and see if it passes, and if it's a boom or doom. All right, guys, and before we do assemble him, I just wanted to make sure that all parts are accounted for. So first off, we have A, which would be the base frame. We have B and C, which are the left and right leg pulls for Frankenstein. And then we have D, which is the hip loop and the back for him for when he leans forward and backwards. And then we have E, which is the torso frame mechanism. And then we have F, which is the shoulder frame. And then we have G, the adapter. H are the shoes that he has on, which they look like a very darkish gray color. For sure, still plastic. Not the greatest quality, but I assume that they will do. And then we have I, which is the leg foam pieces over there. We have K and L, which are the left and right arm. And then, oh wait, I skipped J. One of the most important pieces is the head. So here we do have Boris's head. It is of good quality. It looks definitely like he doesn't open his mouth at all. It does look like he has like a grayish tint. It's not that green. I believe it's more like a hindering gray. But you see the red. The eyes look pretty good. He reminds me of like a Frankenstein bust that you would see. Like a statue of the head, if someone made one. And then we have M and N, which is the left and right hand. And then you also have the chain links. And then you have his outfit. So we do have all pieces accounted for. And so here comes the fun part. We got to put them together step by step and watch him come to life. All right, and you can guess on the first steps, it would be putting the base down and putting B and C left and right leg pulls onto the frame. I can say that this is a pretty durable base and stand. We're going to have to see how it is totally complete. But normally, a lot of stands aren't the greatest support. But these are like, really like, I mean, the floor is a little probably uneven. But this is like heavy duty, that I would say. Because a lot of the other ones, like the Michael Myers that I put together, that, no lie, had no like alphabet lettering on the parts. So putting that together honestly took forever because you were always second guessing yourself if you were putting it together correctly. Okay, and you can see the next thing we had to do was put the shoes on. All right, and so what we did now was we put the leg foam rolls on left and right leg poles, and then we put the pants of Frankenstein on, and now we're going to do the upper body. All right, guys, and so how we put the pants and the poles together and on, so now we had to do was attach the torso frame. But before you put on the torso frame, please put on the hip loop and the back part right here. And you're going to have to take the frame and go from the bottom up, because I probably put this thing on 10 different times and I just thought I was doing it wrong. And yeah, I'm just being so honest right now. You should not be putting a prop together like from the floor and having to like go up in it to put the frame on. I don't know why they did it like that, but that was the most inconvenient way to do that. It should be pretty easy to put a hip loop on. You shouldn't have to go through the whole mechanism to get it on. That would be the first one of the problems I can see, because no one is expecting that. That threw me for a loop. All right, so we do have the body frame put together. You can see from head to toe. All right, so we have successfully put on the torso and the hip loop and the shoulder frame and the head. So you can see this is the typical stance that he would have. I mean, I know we have to put on the clothes and everything like this. So the sculpting, and then the eyes, This guy was truly hard to put together. Like, I cannot emphasize how bad it is to put him together. And it said that it takes 10 minutes. There's no way. If you don't know what you're doing from the get-go, it's going to take you way longer. All right, guys. So we finish putting him together and assembling him. He was a bit tricky to figure out. The hardest part was the torso frame going through the torso mechanism. The hip loop, you have to go underneath it, which I think is just a crazy thing to make people do. So from top to bottom, the stand is really good and like well made. The shoes, I mean, they're plastic shoes. They lock in. There's not much detail on them. They're just shoes. The costume is good quality, but putting them on, I felt like I was almost assembling like a penguin, because I know he has a good and big frame to him, but it's like when you put the arms in, like it just looks like it's like an oversized like costume. It doesn't really fit him exactly. Like he looks like he's a bit like big. But I understand how the image is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a big monster. The chains are honestly chains. They're pretty cheap. The hands are again very plastic. They're kind of detailed, but I would just say very typical for a Frankenstein. The chest, the IR sensor, it does reach a good distance. As I was just like 10 feet away and it still picked me up. You can see the face sculpting in the mask. It is good quality. It's a very big downfall that the eyes do not move, nor do they light up. I feel like that is a huge miscue on this, because the Home Depot one was servo, and I just don't think this guy is doing much. I mean, I know the mechanism. I know he only has one phrase and it's alive. It's a good phrase, but is it worth the $280? It really reminds me of like a good quality like mannequin someone would make, because you can see like the head is just a mask. So like when you do it, like it's just a mask. So it's like you could almost put on like a different Frankenstein mask and it would do the job, because the eyes don't light up. I don't know how. I think they really should have made the eyes light up, or at least like the bolts or something. It needs some kind of light up, because when you set them outside, I mean, you can put them inside, but I mean, if you're putting them in your display, like at nighttime, it's going to be so dark, you're going to have to get a strobe light or something on them. But like the animation is only leaning forward and backwards. You're not getting like a huge, big, like prop for that price. I feel like it's not getting across, because like he's a big monster. He should be doing more than just leaning forward and backwards and like raising his hands up in the air. So for me, I don't think it's worth the money.
It's alive! Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! Oh, it's alive! It's alive!
So, like I said in the beginning, is it a boom or a doom? This gets 3 doom, doom, doom. I would not waste your money on this. I believe for the upcoming year, Spirit will have better props. This one dropped. This one flopped. I believe the Michael Myers even that they did is way better than this. I know it was Servo. This was bad. This was very bad. And I don't want to complain. I just want to give you guys my honest opinion. I have seen many props in my day. I know he's big. He's just not getting it done. If we're spending $300 on a prop, it needs to be doing more than this. Like, I get it. It's a costume from Spirit. It needs to be doing more. We cannot let this go on. And that is just my opinion. But it looks to me like it's just a mannequin. I know it has animation of going back and forth. Like I said earlier in the video, it is very similar to the motion of the guard zombie from Lowe's. But even the zombie's eyes lit up. Like, I know this is a licensed prop, but nothing is lighting up on this guy. And you put him together like Frankenstein. You throw it back to the old, like, Jemmy life size. Like, yeah, his eyes lit up and his arms went, like, and rose up, and then they went back down. I know, like, the Jemmy Morbid Rare hard to find, and, like, that's going to be, like, a more expensive prop, like $600-700. But that prop is worth double what this prop is worth. Easily. Because it does more, and it's a very higher quality piece. And that one is like a straight replica of Boris Karloff. And this looks like it's Wish.com. So I do hope you guys enjoyed the demonstration and the head-to-toe honest opinion of the new 2025 Frankenstein Monster from Spirit Halloween. As in the video, I said it got a doom. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope Spirit has more great props in the pipeline for the 2025 season. You guys know that we will be doing more unboxings going forward. So again, I hope you enjoy it. Have a great holiday, and we will see you next time out from the hooligans. See you later.